Here's what I've started working on now. This board here, we're going to have to take it out and cut it down. And this is going to be one of those little toolbox totes. This is the pattern I done. As you can see, I folded it in half so both sides will be the same. The sides and the bottom will be made out of these slat boards. And then here's an old dowel or something, probably off a little kid's chair. Anyways, that's going to be, I'll have to stick it out like that. That's going to be the handle. That's what I'm working on now. When I get a little further along, get this cut down and start painting and everything, I'll be back. Now that I have all my pieces cut, I brought it in and gave it a coat of watered down antiquing wax. I keep one bottle of it here and just add a little bit of the wax in it with some water as I need it. Seal it up what I don't use. But I did notice I wasn't giving you any sizes, and that's because this is all scrap wood. And I made my pattern here according to the size slat, the width of this here, or the height of it. And I made it double. What I did is just doubled my pattern so two of these could fit there. And then the length of it was according to the rod that I have. So I measured, you know, the length of this rod to make it the size I needed for the scrap wood. But this is to give you just an idea, and it's not very hard at all, and it'll give you an idea on how to do your own. But I thought I better add in why I hadn't put any sizes in there. And now I'm going to continue on. I am going to let this dry a little bit because I just finished putting the watered down antiquing wax on there. And I'm going to give them all a coat of the Waverly plaster. Alright, here it is finished. And I was going to put something on the front, but I got an idea that later, if I want to, I could turn it upside down and use it in my bathroom as a towel holder, and the top of it would be a shelf. So I didn't want to put like a saying or something on there, and if I decide to do that, it would be upside down. So I just left it like it is and decorated it, and when I get ready to use it for a towel holder, it will be ready. I'm telling you, I put it in there, turned it upside down, and it did look cute. So I hope you enjoyed this part. Now on to the next one. Okay, I've got to get started on this sign. It was a special order from the craft show I done. And these are the back braces. And the size of this is 20 1/4 long, and I believe 12 1/4 tall. So I'm going to get started on that, put this coat on there, and then I'm going to go get the design. Well, I have this all nailed together now. It's glued and on the back with the braces. And I'm going to let this dry a bit. The stains dry, but I want to let the glue set up a little bit here because I glued and nailed the back together. I want it to be good and sturdy. And then this is what I'm going to put on it. Sometimes through the winds of change we find our true direction, and you can see I've taken different patterns and pulled them apart and put this together the way I wanted it. So I'll have to size this, and then I'll cut it out on my Cameo. And when I feel like this is ready, I'm going to put on this here. I'll use some of the Waverly plaster and put this on, and then go over it with some antiquing wax and put the hangers on, and I should be done. And I wanted to show you, I always keep my brush in a baggie so that it doesn't dry out and I don't have to wash it out and have water on it or get another brush out. So until I'm finished totally with this project, it'll stay in this baggie, so I don't have to, like I said, change brushes. Alright, I got my stencil put on there, and one coat worked just fine. I didn't have to give it the second coat. So I am going to start stenciling now. And I do want to be careful not to bleed because of the split in the wood, the slats. Alright, I have it all stenciled, and now it's time to pull it off. And I won't have you suffer through this either, but I wanted you to see some of it coming off. So I'm going to get the rest of this off, and I'll be back to let you know what I'm doing after that. Okay, this I have it pulled, all pulled off, and I went over it lightly, just like that, with this, and wiped it down. And now I'm going to give it a coat of Mod Podge and then some antique, and then let that dry, and then some antiquing wax. Okay, putting the Mod Podge on is finished, and now I'm going to let it dry thoroughly and put the antiquing wax on. Here it is finished and ready to be delivered. I did put hangers on the back, and it's ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. So until the next one, we'll see you later.